All right, hello from Indy. Down here today, and I've talked about the Chrysler engine blocks a lot, so I thought today I would show you the site of the old Indianapolis Chrysler foundry. Right there it is. It's full of tailings now, I do believe that's what that is, from them grinding the road surfaces to repave the interstates. And of course, down here, got the old burrito joint across the street where I just came from. Haven't eaten there in a while, so I thought I would for old time's sake. Just kind of panning around there, letting you see the neighborhood. I-70, see the semis. And then on the other side of I-70, the Chrysler foundry had a few lots also. I think those are full of just scrap metal now. But yeah, if your Chrysler V8 was made right over here. And as I've mentioned, this place would stink up everything. It was a dirty place to work. Had many friends that worked in there. I was in there one time. It was pretty rough place to work. And but like I say, there was no machining operations. It was just a foundry. They would send them up to Michigan to have them machined and assembled. A couple different plants. I think the Hemis went to the marine plant. So that's it. That's what it is. And we'll go for a tour here as soon as I get a clearing to pull out. We'll go down the road a little ways. But yeah, and so down here, just on the side of the gas station, is a place called Mann's Grill. And it's been closed for about a year and a half. They had a fire. But it looks like they're going to actually rebuild it and reopen. And it's a greasy spoon. Oh boy, it was greasy. It's probably the reason I had a heart attack, because I ate there a lot at lunch. But anyway, let's pull out here. We'll go this way. A little restaurant here. This thing is never done well. It just changes about every year or two. But the burrito joint, I don't know. I know for sure at least 30 years. Mann's Grill, even longer than that. It's been there a very long time. It was very popular. If you would, oh boy, that's not smooth. Lunchtime, the Chrysler workers all wore a blue hard hat. So lunchtime, it'd be like a little army of ants heading over to the burrito joint or Mann's Grill to get their lunch. Here on the left, this building used to be the Chrysler Union Hall. And this is Tibbs Avenue is what we're on. This was Riley Tar and Chemical. And it's just closed within the last year or two. And all that over there, that's part of Riley. When we get up the road here, we'll get to old Detroit Diesel also. Yep. You know, between Chrysler and Detroit Diesel and Riley and Bridgeport Brass and all the places here, there used to be so many jobs around here. They're just all gone. Detroit Diesel employed 20,000 at one time. This was called Plan 8. This was more of a research and development for rockets and jet engines, military work. I think it's more of an assembly now. They've torn some of it down. And it's a solar farm now. That building right there is Dyne. They dyno test jet engines called turboprop, where they just, it's a test cell for big jet engines. And of course, that's where Detroit Diesel's where I worked for years. Rolls Royce now is what it's called. Then this over here, that is assembly, and that has been assembly for decades and decades, since the 80s, where they assemble jet engines like a 250, a T56, 2001s. And those chimneys over there, those are test cells for jet engines. The ones you're seeing were really never used much. You can't really see it from here, but back up in there is where they would also run the diesel engines. So this factory you're looking at here was 2.3 million square feet. They did diesel engines in part of it, and they did aircraft engines. They did both at the same building, and then they could run them in the same test cells. And then in the back, and it's gone now too, was Plant 11, and that did engine bearings. But everything you're seeing now that's wide open was all under roof at one time, and they've torn it all down. And right here was the main gate, and all the offices were there. Like I said, about 20,000 people. It's too bad, but it's all gone. So this is the reason I think you always hear people talk about the Chrysler Foundry would make the blocks and do the machine work. And this is the reason why I think there's always been that confusion, is the Chrysler Foundry was back here doing the foundry work, and this place here was manufacturing engines, whether it was jet engines or diesel engines, which is kind of an odd combination, but that's what they did here. And so that's what I've always assumed was the confusion. And there's still some buildings back there and a little bit up here, but it's just a shadow of what it once was. It was a great place. It was a great place to work, and thousands and thousands. But yeah, all of this, as you look at that was all under roof. And it's all gone now. So there's the great tour, and it's just history now. Later.